I'm at Greg Kraut's house here in Westport. I just want to bring up a few things to you, maybe even some of the things we didn't chat about a few minutes ago. So at some point you're going to end up replacing the driveway. When you do that, I'll put you in touch with a driveway guy out of Danbury that's really good. But to avoid having the sides of the driveway crack, you'll probably consider putting in Belgian block, and that prevents the sides cracking from the water rushing in the driveway, undermining the sides of the driveway. So something to consider. We talked about removing a bunch of trees in this area and expanding the lawn up the hill. And then this way you're going to feel like you have a much bigger property, much bigger lawn on this side. So that would be the idea. Your septic fields and septic tanks are on this side, so you're not going to really be able to push the driveway too much this way. You might be able to expand the driveway, like I said, a little bit on this side, but you have to stay a certain number of feet off your fields. Then I would end up, when you remove these trees, fill this all in. So the excavated dirt from the pool, you might be able to reuse and kind of fill this in. And then you're going to need a bunch of topsoil, which we can provide and install. We screen it ourselves. So then the front of the house, again, we want to rethink, kind of revamp the design, the walkway, the plantings. You have a kind of a fresh slate here to start from, so that's a good thing. But I would transplant and save the boxwoods and the dwarf Alberta spruce, get rid of the other plants on the other side, replace those, and then make this, a really nice landscaped area along the front for curb appeal. The other thing you might do is if you cut all these trees down and expand the area, you might end up moving your swing set back in the corner. Then it's not right in front of the house. So make it kind of fall in the backdrop, and then you can put some plantings around it, include that, kind of put the evergreen trees behind that, and then it's not going to feel like it's front and center. So I'm going to I'll text you a name of a tree guy. Come over here and give you a quote for taking all these trees down. We talked about screening out along this border. So you probably have a good 70 feet of screening along this border to block the traffic on that side. So I would end up doing groupings of trees through here, evergreens. This way you don't block the vistas like you were talking about. It won't make your property feel smaller. So there's a section there, there's a house there, there's a house here, there's another house here. So again, grouping of trees there, and then a grouping over here. And it's more of a long-term play, so you can get a value-sized tree, let them grow. If you live here 10 years or so, then you'll have complete privacy from some of these eyesores around you. We talked about taking out this tree, filling this area in so you don't have like a sinkhole, a depression in the lawn over here. And then you're going to want to landscape everything around the pool to soften the pool and really create maximum aesthetics for the back side of the property. This is the back of the house. So there's quite a big drop. I'm assuming the pool is going to be obviously almost level with the ground. And then I would plant along this border to soften this fence. You're not looking at the fence. So definitely some border plantings, and even through the woods, I'd do some border plantings, larger plantings that give you some nice flowers. And then I would consider planting again around the AC units. Maybe if there's a way you can try to create some privacy around the garbage, that would be good. So that's a consideration. So that's it. So I'll send you over some paperwork and we'll take it from there. Thanks.